And welcome back. Today we are going to talk about the Monochromatic Pastel project. So hopefully you have watched a video that explains the chalk pastels which we're going to be using for this project. And the first thing that we need to do is we need to decide what color paper it is that you're going to use. We've got a variety of colors of paper here. Most of them are neutral colors. Some of them are a little bit darker. So depending on what colors you want to work with, that's going to change what paper you're going to pick. Lighter colors, you want to pick a lighter color paper. Darker colors, you can get away with the darker color paper because it all kind of affects how the pastels look. So we are working monochromatically, which means we are working with one color. So coming back to this, we are going to have black, we're going to have green, we're going to have a lighter green, we have the lightest green, and then white. So whatever colors you want to work with, whether it's blues or violets or reds or oranges or browns, that's entirely up to you, but that's kind of the range of colors that we're looking at to work with. Slide that on. Now, as far as the project itself, it's pretty wide open as far as the subject matter. You can do a landscape like this one here. They used green and they went from a dark green to a yellow, which is fine. You can do something that is a little more abstract like this, where they did a bunch of spheres stacked on top of each other, various shades of blues and blue greens. So this works out well, and each one of them is shown to be kind of dimensional, and that's what we want with this. We're trying to make things look like they're dimensional, like they have some shape to it, so there's some depth. We don't want it to just look flat. So here's one that is blues. So it's this one, we kind of didn't fill the entire page out. There's a little bit of the page, but it kind of fades, so it makes it look like it's kind of coming up out of the paper. This is one that was based off of the Great Wave, and we got to this point and then the student kind of panicked and stopped, and they actually went in and redid it. But this is a good example of how this works out. They went with a violet as their dark instead of a black, and then went all the way up to the white. And then we've got a black and white one here, where they used black, gray, and a white for the pastels. Now this one is a little different. It's a pink, and we're using a white, and then for the dark end of it, we went with more of a violet. So we have, red and violet are next to each other on the color wheel, so this one kind of works out. And then last one here is an eyeball that used a dark brown, a black, kind of an ochre color, and then white. So then there's little bits of the page left blank here because that's where the edge of the face was. Okay. So the way that you're going to start this out is you're going to get your piece of paper and you're going to draw it out with a white colored pencil. And the reason why we use a white colored pencil is that a regular wooden pencil or a mechanical pencil, the graphite that's in it, it's going to be metallic, and it's going to show, it can show through some of the lighter colors. So white, it's easy to see on the colored paper, and we can still erase it, and if we need to, we can just draw right over the top of it. So this is a plan actually for this pink one here, so you can see how everything is laid out. So just like with watercolors, you kind of want to work with your lightest colors first and then work your way dark. Your lighter colors will get covered up by a darker color, but your lighter colors a lot of times won't cover up a dark. So if I'm trying to cover up a black or this turquoise with this light green over here, it might not do it. If we do, it's going to take a lot of material to get to it. So generally we want to work from our lightest colors, not necessarily white, but our lightest color, and then work our way to dark. And your designs can be horizontal, it can be vertical, it just depends on what works best for your concept. All right? And then that's the project. So good luck.